So question 13 of the Heidelberg Catechism is, can we ourselves make this satisfaction? And the answer is certainly not. On the contrary, we daily increase our guilt. So, given that we have an explanation of the matter for which our deliverance is accomplished, we can then inquire by whom does the satisfaction and abolishing of sin can be effected, whether it can be by ourselves or by someone else. And if by someone else, whether it be by a mere creature. And if it's not going to be a mere creature, by whom, therefore, and by what kind of a mediator? And so the first of these questions is answered in this 13th question of the Catechism. The other two are answered in the 14th and 15th question of the Catechism. And so the statement is as follows: we cannot make this satisfaction by and ourselves, neither by obedience nor by punishment. We can't make it by obedience because whatever good works we perform, we owe to God by present obligation. Hence, it is impossible for us to satisfy for our past offenses by any present obedience which we may render to the law of God. For we cannot deserve anything at the hands of God for the present, much less for the time to come. Neither can a double merit, that is to say, a merit for the present and future, proceed from one satisfaction. Now, there is a common and more popular reason that is assigned to the Catechism, which is, as the answer says, that we daily increase our debt. We sin continually, and in sinning, we increase our guilt and the displeasure of God towards us. Now, he who never ceases to offend can never appease the party offended, just as a debtor who continually adds new account to former claims can never release himself from debt. Neither can we make satisfaction God for our sins by punishment, because our guilt, being infinite, deserving infinite punishment, one that is eternal, or that is equivalent to everlasting punishment. Sin, being an offense against the highest good, deserves eternal condemnation, or at least such a temporal punishment as it is equivalent to that which is eternal. But we cannot make the satisfaction by a punishment that is eternal, because then we would never be freed from it. We will always be making satisfaction to the justice of God, and it will never be fully satisfactory. Our satisfaction would never be perfect. It would never be complete victory over sin and death, but would continue imperfect to all eternity, as the satisfaction of devils and wicked spirits. Nor can we make satisfaction by enduring such a temporal punishment as will be equivalent to that which is eternal, which is necessary in order that death may be overcome. Such a punishment as this cannot be endured by any mere creature on account of many imperfections, as we have shown. So, since we cannot make satisfaction by ourselves, there is a necessity that this satisfaction be made by another if we would attain deliverance from our misery. From this, we may readily return an answer to the following objection, which is sometimes made. We can never satisfy the law, neither by punishment or obedience. Therefore, the method of deliverance through satisfaction is of no account. And the answer is not of small account, because although we are not able to make satisfaction through obedience, we are nevertheless able to make it through the endurance of a sufficient punishment, not in ourselves, but in Christ, who has satisfied the law both by obedience and punishment. Again, since some other objections have been urged. Objection 1 is the law requires our own obedience and punishment, because it is written, "He that does these things shall live by them." So the law does indeed require our obedience, as we can answer, or punishment, but not exclusively. For it neither excludes nor condemns the satisfaction of another in our behalf, although it does not teach it and is ignorant of it. But the gospel reveals and shows this unto us in Christ. Another objection is, it is unjust to punish another in the place of the guilty. Therefore, Christ could not be punished in our room instead. And the answer is, it is not inconsistent with the justice of God that another should be punished in the place of those who are guilty, if these conditions are present. 1, if he who is punished be innocent. 2, if he be of the same nature with those for whom he makes satisfaction. So, because Christ is man, he can make that satisfaction. 3rd, if he of his own accord offers himself as a satisfaction. 4th, if he himself be able to endure and come forth from his punishment. This is the reason why man cannot punish one person in the place of another, because they cannot bring it to pass that the one that suffers should not perish under the punishment. And also, if he looks to and attain the end which Christ had in view, which is the glory of God and the salvation of man.